Chapter 3 Struggles and a Story. In 1885, Beatrice became sick with rheumatic fever. It is a serious illness that can develop after an infection such as strep throat. While Beatrice was ill, most of her hair fell out. She was only 19 years old. Her hair didn't all grow back, and she had a bald patch for the rest of her life. The very next year, Beatrice got rheumatic fever again. It made her very sick, and it caused great pain in her arms and legs. It also weakened her heart. Beatrice had to spend a lot of time in bed for almost 8 months. Beatrice didn't write in her journal, but she did paint and draw while she was lying in bed recovering. As always, Beatrice used the animals that shared her bedroom as her models. Bertram had left 2 bats at home during one of his visits. Beatrice let one go, and she spent hours drawing the other. She measured the bones in its wings and legs so that her drawings would be accurate. Beatrice also used Bertram's microscope to look at beetles, spiders, and butterflies. She wanted her drawings to appear as realistic as possible. Once Beatrice was better, she convinced her parents to let her visit Annie and Edwin Moore. It was a short journey by carriage, but for Beatrice it was a real adventure. Beatrice visited the Moores as often as she could. She loved how their house was filled with laughter and delicious smells. And the Moore children, Noel and Ryrick, were always excited to see Beatrice. She brought Benjamin Bouncer or her pet white mice with her on her visits. The Moores' home was so different from Beatrice's. There were always hugs and kisses for hellos and goodbyes, and everyone ate and played together. Beatrice was treated like one of the family by Annie and Edwin. Their children and their friends. It made Beatrice worry even more about her future. Would she ever have a home and a life like Annie's? Once again, Beatrice filled her diary with her thoughts. In her special code, she wrote that she felt like life was passing by her. When Bertram finished school, he decided to move from London to Scotland. He became an artist and painted pictures of the Scottish landscape. Beatrice always looked forward to her brother's visits. She missed him very much. During one visit home, Bertram took a look at her sister's work. He told Beatrice that her drawings and paintings were too good not to share. Bertram convinced Beatrice to send some of her drawings to several publishers. Most of them sent Beatrice's drawings back with a polite no. But one publisher, Hilsheimer and Faulkner, sent Beatrice a check. They wanted to use some of Beatrice's drawings of rabbits on a Christmas card. They also asked if she would be interested in illustrating a book of poetry. Beatrice could hardly believe it. Perhaps she had found a purpose to life. Maybe she, too, could be an artist. Beatrice's parents were shocked by what she had done. It was fine for Bertram to be an artist and sell his paintings. He was a man. But the Potters did not want their daughter working to earn money. It was simply not something they could allow. Their harsh words upset Beatrice, and she decided to stop drawing and painting, to get away from her parents and their disapproval. Beatrice visited the Moores as often as possible. Their happy home made her forget how unhappy she was at her own. In September 1893, Annie Moore told Beatrice that Noel was nearly 6, was ill. Beatrice wasn't able to visit Noel and the rest of the family, so she wrote him a letter instead. My dear Noel. The letter started, I don't know what to write to you, so I shall tell you a story about 4 little rabbits whose names were Flopsy, Mopsy, Cottontail, and Peter. They lived with their mother in a sandbank. Beatrice's letter also had drawings of 4 of the 4 rabbits, their mother and Mr. McGregor, a mean farmer. Beatrice did not know it, but she had just created what would become the most famous rabbit in the world.